Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hopla. To my new subscribers, welcome. And to my returning folks, happy Saturday y'all. I'm using one of my favorite mugs. It's an Alice in Wonderland mug and it's in honor of Miss Cruz and Miss Pat. Notice the big cat on it and it says, well, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat is the most curious thing. So I'm still drinking my coffee. And I was cracking up. I watched a Cruises. I didn't actually watch Cruises 4-part epic wrapping series because I didn't want to ruin the surprise. So I listened to it. And Cruz, my mom too, used to buy Neapolitan ice cream. And I should do a disclaimer that I know it's a weird thing, but I didn't really like ice cream as a kid. It took me until an adult to find the kind of flavors I actually like. And folks, it's just that I'm a salty lover more than I am sweet. So it took me a long time to like ice cream. But when I was a kid, my mom would buy Neapolitan because, you know, it had chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And I guess she figured that. And it would come in these bricks. Do you all remember that? It used to come in these huge bricks. And not in these nice tubs, in these bricks. And you'd slice it with a knife, a hot knife. Anyway, I hated it. I just hated it. I especially hated strawberry ice cream. So I was like, ugh. And sometimes my mom would put it on fruit, like canned peaches. I'm not kidding. Sorry, Mom, but it was gross. It was just gross. My mom to this day still likes canned peaches. Gross. And canned peaches with ice cream. It's funny because I've had in the South homemade canned peaches and they taste really different than like a Del Monte canned peach. That's all I'm going to say. Well, folks, I'm excited to show you what I've been up to because it's been like a weird 24 hours. I've actually gotten more done than I normally do, which is surprising. And maybe that's just because I forced myself to sit and make and just keep still because I wasn't feeling well. And when I don't feel well, I tend to make my most stuff. It's strange. Anyway, let me show you some of the stuff I've put together. So Miss P, Whimsical Endeavors, says that she likes butterflies. And I did not know that. I know that our Lizzie likes butterflies. I know that. So I've been experimenting with all these different butterflies. So I thought I would make some of these for P, and I like the way they turned out. I wasn't sure I liked this die when I first got it. I got it because Carmen gifted me some of these last year when we first swapped. And I love how Carmen made hers. So, but they're a lot smaller and less dimensional than the ones, for instance, look at the ones I made for Miss Judy. Let me show you. So these are the special Prima ones I made for Miss Judy. I love these ones. I do love these ones. See, everyone I've been making for everybody's been really different. See how like glittery Miss Judy's are? And I used different Prima paper for these. I really like how Miss Judy's turned out. And I just made her two little small paper flowers to go with them. But I do really like how these came out. So I wasn't sure that I liked these as much because even when you build them up, folks, look. Like this is, I actually used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers for these. But they're not dimensional. But I did love it when Carmen used some last year in our swap. So I thought, well, let's just see what I can do with them. Well, I don't know if you can tell my camera. You can. I glassed up all the edges, and now I like them a lot more. So I made P a set of these to send in her rack of love. And I used all different paper. And what's nice about this, I used my Sussex Sidekick for all of this. Because what I told you all, I find it much easier on my hand to use the small die cutter when I'm doing a ton of die cutting. And I did a ton of die cutting in the last 24 hours because I'm doing the die cutting swap. Plus, Susan Tootsie Tucker's bestie, Linda, wanted some Valentine's Day supplies. So I'm going to show you all what I did. All right, so do you see this? So anyway, I made a whole bunch of these for P, and they turned out super cute. So I'm happy with those. I still may make her some of these larger ones. The only thing is, P, is that these take a long time to make because I hand do everything. The edges, the distressing, the staining, the painting, the twinkling. So if I send you just these ones and some other little things, I would get this out tomorrow or on Monday, sorry. But if I make you some of these, it might take like another 5 days. So I'll make that decision. Anyway, these are the ones going to Miss Judy's package. And I do really like those. And then Miss Judy's favorite color is red. I don't know if y'all know that. So I wanted to use some red Prima paper and make her some really glittery, glossy flowers. Again, on this camera, I know, Kathy, you're not going to be able to see the detail, right? I know. These are kind of diamond dust coated, and they're really pretty in person. And believe it or not, these were made with very carefully chosen Christmas in the Country paper from Prima. But they don't look Christmassy at all now. And they turned out super cute. So that was for Miss Judy. And then I'm on with Pat's Rock of Love. I've been giving a lot of thought to the fact that, you know, I want to save her hands as much as I can. So I started building her things like this. Starbursts, she loves like orange. She loves orange because it represents the color. It's the color of MS. So I tried to incorporate elements of orange and everything. So I built her up these starburst embellishments for her to decorate. And I've been doing a lot of things like that. Like I'll show you. Where's the other stuff that I built? I've been doing so much stuff, folks, that I have stuff everywhere. Here, I can show you. Give me a second. Okay. So Miss Pat does something. She likes to do something called Frankenpages. I don't know if you all know what that is. A Frankenpage is like when you take all your scraps and you adhere them to a sheet and you kind of make them into a quilt. So you save all your teeny little scraps, and I mean scraps like this. Like the ones that the paper posh lady says are useless. You save those. And you put them in baggies and you save them. And then when you have enough, you build like a quilt of paper, and then you can die cut that. So Miss Pat likes to do it, and I wanted to make her some. I've never done them before. You know what, folks? They are really relaxing. They take a long time to make. At least for this girl, they took a long time to make. But I found the process really relaxing. Like last night when I wasn't feeling great, it was like perfect for me to work on this. I loved it. Okay, so I'll show you what I did. I made Miss Pat some Frankenpage hearts. So now my die cutter would not die cut these, so I had to free cut them, folks. That's why they're different shapes. They're not wonky, but they do have different shapes to them. Okay, so do you see this? So it's kind of like I made a whole big page of quilted scraps, and then I cut out hearts based on that. And I made these thicked up so that they're like ephemera, so that Miss Pat then can decorate them and use these as ephemera pieces. So this is if you like fussy cutting, I suspect you'll like do. I have to fix the edge on this one. I didn't finish this one yet. But I just wanted to give you like an idea of what they look like when they're finished. And if you quilt the paper together, well, they actually turn out really cute, guys. And it's a great way to use up every single scrap you've got. The only thing is, you know, my husband would argue this. It does, while you're saving them to make, it takes up like a whole giant Ziploc. And you have to ask yourself, you know, do you really want to keep that many scraps around the house? But they're so cute, guys. Look how they turn out. So I made Pat like 6 of these. And believe it or not, it took several of these mini sheets of, because I made them in the size, because I thought I was going to die cut them on the Sissick Sidekick, but it wouldn't die cut, because by the time I was done, I had used a lot of Julia Nutting Prima paper, and it was too thick. By the time I layered this up, it was too thick for my die cutter, so I had to free cut it. Anyway, so I made her these Frankenpages. But you know what? Really relaxing, and you literally there was not one shred left behind out of my making this week because of these. So that was super great. All right, and then Miss Linda, Susan Tootsie Tucker's bestie, wanted some Valentine's Day supplies. And as y'all heard from Cruz's videos, so New York is a funny thing, you know, and it's something I love about New York, but I don't realize how spoiled I was in Florida. They have a lot of mom and pop shops still that exist. So there aren't Dollar Trees everywhere. And I think that's a good thing, actually. But it does make buying what we normally buy challenging. So she wanted some Valentine's Day supplies. I had a couple of things that I had brought with me for her, and I was going to get ready to put together a little bracket love for her. But I wanted to do some die cutting for her too. Because y'all know I hauled a few things that could be Valentine's Day, even though I got them just for all year. And one of them is the mini heart die, the mini heart book die. But I've also gone around looking to see if I can supplement her package in any way from these mom and pop stores. And folks, they just don't carry the normal Valentine's Day stuff that we're used to. They carry some cute stuff like little bears stuffed in little mini espresso cups and like all sorts of cute things, but not for making. So I die cut out a bunch. This is the cover. So basically the mini album comes with this size cutout, an insert heart cutout. So like kind of like the Frankenpage size that I did for Pat. See, you would do it like this. See how cute that looks? And then a smaller book page. And you just decide how many pages you want to build. So I die cut out a bunch of these, not just for Miss Linda, but also for some other folks. Like if you notice, this one has a makeup theme. That's from My Mind's Eye. This one's not Julia Nutting. And that's for something in Heather's package. But I did a bunch of them. Like I die cut out a bunch last night. using what I like about this pad that the angel sent me from Julia Nutting Prima is that it has like about 6 Valentine's Day pages, but it also has like other like non-specific holiday, like winter coming into spring pages. So I just use the Valentine's Day pages, and I die cut out a bunch for Linda, Susan's friend, so she could make her own mini book albums. And then I also cut out a few for, let's say, Miss Judy. And then I cut out like 6 for my die cut swap partner also. So I was in a frenzy of die cutting on my little sidekick. I gotta tell you, I love that little sidekick. Like when I'm not feeling well and I need to sit on the sofa, but I still want to be productive, that sidekick saves the day. I don't even use the extending platform. I don't have it. I don't need it. I just get all my small dies, I plan it, and I use that little sidekick. And it hurts my hand less. All right, so let me show you something I've been working on. The other thing I've been working on are these Shabby dress embellishments. All right, can you see this? This one is for Miss Donna Dreams' Rack of Love. All right, you see all that? Look, I could not put holographic somewhere. Do you notice that? This has got a holographic trimmed bustier. So I started making these. I innovated these for my swap with Jelly Bean. And so I decided I wanted to make Donna 1 or 2. This one's not quite finished. It is going to eventually have pearls going up here, pearls going here, and then pearls around the waistband. But you can see it is a dress form. So I got these are like dress form boxes I got at the dollar store, and I just cut them down, and then I hand trace, make a prototype model, I don't know what you call it. For the back, I've made some in pink, and then I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of lace, like ruffle lace in pink and mint green for Miss Donna. I added these pretty little florals at the bottom, and as I just said, I'll add pearl waistband and pearls here. And that's an embellishment. You know, I like to use these on bag toppers for shabby projects, but maybe Miss Donna will use it for something else. I also think this would make a really cute shaped tag. I almost thought about Donna putting a tag holder for you, but then I'm like, no, I want you to decide what to use it for. But it does make a pretty shaped tag. Like if you're going to do a challenge for like Scrap to World's swap or something, this is a great shaped tag project, guys. And it does take a little while to make, but they're fun to make. It's like making little dolls. So I worked on that. I did a bunch of other die cutting for Miss Pat. Like I wanted to cut her some Memdex bases. And some Memdexes. What else did I do? All sorts of things. Oh, I did more die cutting for my die cut swap. I did some packaging up for Judy and for Heather. I'm just slow, folks. I'm just so slow. But I do get more making done when I don't feel well, because when I'm trapped on the couch, if I plan right, then I just pull out the sidekick and I work my little, what off. And so I got a lot done, and I wanted to share that with you. I have a ton of Happy Mail. My husband says boxes are coming in way faster than they're going out. And that's weird because it's We Wishes time and it's RAKS of Love time. And I'm working on getting the challenge entries ready for mailing out on Monday, which means I got a lot of stuff going out of this house. So he's like, why are there... Enough. Yeah, see, he says not enough, because even though I have so much mail going out on Monday, he's saying more stuff is coming in than it's going out. Now, that's an exaggeration. There's actually... No, it's not. Yes, it is. There's more going out than there is coming in. But he's right. I have a lot of Happy Mail to share. So watch for those videos this weekend, folks. I do not know. I mean, RAKS of Love are supposed to be cute little small packages like you see I'm making, right? Like small packages of goodness. But these are big boxes of Happy Mail coming in. So I'm excited to do those videos. But my husband's like, why are these big boxes coming in? You know my husband. We were just teasing him about the fact that he has what I call Happy Mail panic. And I already warned him that Cruz is sending a very meaningful package. But I don't think it's the idea of Happy Mail that freaks him out. I just think it's like, he's like, why are more coming in than are going out? And I'm sending out a lot. So to him, it just seems strange. Yeah, I don't know. He'll have to struggle his way through it. That's what I have to say. He actually offered, which is so rare for my husband, to do a craft with me. And he's like, pick something simple. And because he thinks that's clean and simple, that I struggle to do, as you know, is like really not that hard. And I'm like, oh, really? Let's see. Let's see. I'll give you a bunch of supplies. Let's see what you can make with it. So he agreed to do it. But the rule is that he gets to say whatever he wants. And I swear to you, all you'll hear for like 20 minutes is him talking about don't send happy mail. I'm serious. So I just was like, no, you're not doing it. He's so funny. Poor man is a minimalist who lives with a crafter and an artist. And, yeah. What can I tell you? Most of the time he's happy. Most of the time. He's in the room, so he's hearing everything I'm saying. I'm not saying anything he can't hear. And I certainly wouldn't say anything that I wouldn't say to him directly. But it's funny. It really is funny. And his reactions are funny. I hope you like what I made. Leave me some feedback. I mean, Pia, I hope you like these. I think I might want to spend the extra few days making you the other butterflies too. I mean, I do think these are super pretty glassed up, guys. I do. But y'all know I like dimensional butterflies. I just do. I just think they're super pretty. Like, these ones for Judy were a labor of love, but I really love how they turned out. I just love them. I love them so much. All right, y'all. I hope whatever you're doing today, it gives you some joy. I hope you're spending time with family and friends. If you're not, I hope that you get to do some crafting. And if you're working, I hope it's super easy. The husband and I are going to spend a little time together today. And then I am going to continue doing my packaging, wrapping, putting away, crafty cleanup, and all that jazz. So your girl has a busy weekend ahead, but I'll be watching your videos while I'm doing it and catching up on comments. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.